Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Behind the Mic here in our MusicTown studios. We're on the second floor of Hockeytown in downtown Detroit, in the hub of action downtown, and glad to be part of it. And glad that you tuned in to watch us today for another edition with some more guests. And our special guest today is Madigan's Attic. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hey, good afternoon.
Madigan's Attic, and we got Bruce and Doug and Bob.
Yep. Yes.
All right. I didn't say your last names. If you go ahead and
Farrell. Bruce Farrell.
Bruce Farrell. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Doug Thompson.
And Bob Doppel.
Okay. And you three are the whole of Madigan's Attic.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. How long you been together as that group?
Going on 8 years now.
Okay. Not that long.
Not too bad. Yeah, about 2012, St. Patrick's Day. We kicked it all off and still
Okay.
going. Still
About
going
6
now.
weeks of practice
That's it, huh?
to play 6 hours of music on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
right?
that's a lot of music.
Yep.
Yeah,
It kind of is.
Yes. Well, and you know, as with the musical start, you'll hear you're more of the Irish realm of music.
Do a little both. Yes, we definitely feature that, especially this time of year, and we also do contemporary classic covers and some originals as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we're kind of doing a pre-St. Patrick's Day. We're probably one of the first things, people are getting geared in for that big holiday, which is huge around here. I don't know across the country if it's as big as it is in the Detroit area. I don't know. I mean, we have a big St. Patrick's Day parade, and I mean, green beer just about every corner in the metro area. So it's a big event. So you guys must be really busy this time of year.
We are. Lots of throat coat, tea, and rest. hydration.
Yes. And 6 hours, you said. Was that right on St. Patrick's Day you were playing?
Yeah. On St. Patrick's Day at O'Mara's, that was 2012. You needed some guys to play with.
That's right.
And you knew Bob through church, and Bob knew me through Little League and Scouts. And he said, if you're in, I'm in.
Yeah. And got the Excel sheet together and did a bunch of recordings, make sure we were all on the same page, and practiced about like four to 6 weeks worth of practice, and off we went. And, But yes, this time of year we're certainly busy. We get to play at the parade, and we've done that for a few years, and local spots around town, and some private events as well. So it's exciting.
I would imagine after, with 6 hours, you repeated a few songs, though?
A little bit. A lot of requests come up on the napkins,
Okay.
and people don't remember that. People will ask you to play a song pretty much right after you play it sometimes. So we try to spread them out a little bit.
Like I said, lots of green beer going on. A lot of green
Little
beer.
Jameson.
Oh, that's funny. Well, obviously, you guys, were musicians before. Just all of a sudden, hey, let's, I need some guys to help me out here. So, you're not 20 years old, so have you been doing this for a while? Wow. I mean, I'm not saying that it's obvious.
I think those came through loud and clear. That's okay.
I think we've all been at this for most of our lives in some capacity or another.
Okay.
I mean, I started playing in cover bands when I was 17, which is like 10 years ago now. And then I've just picked up other bands along the way. And different capacities, different genres. I used to play with Robin Moore Band. We played on your show.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And I played with Chrissy Morgan, who was here just a couple weeks ago, I think.
I'm sorry. I mean, I have so many people coming through this door.
Right.
Like,
well,
okay,
everybody
yes,
plays
thank
with each
you.
other, too, right? I mean, everybody seems like they're in a couple bands.
Yes. Not unusual. Okay,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been doing this a while. And,
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah. Same with me. Been playing, was in a rock and roll cover band playing a lot of 90s grunge music back in the day, because that was totally my style.
Well, that's quite the difference.
We did a lot of, bar shows, and then went into a more acoustic act for a while, bluegrassy stuff with a local band. And like I said, when suddenly the gig... my duo was suddenly a solo act, and these guys came along. It was so much fun over the St. Patrick's Day rehearsals and such. We thought we'd give it a try to see if we could extend the gigs throughout the year, and it's worked out really well.
Okay.
Bob and I are also we're in church choir for several years together too, so that's kind of how I got him involved as well. And
I didn't play in too many garage bands or cover bands or anything. It was mostly hobby. At home and that sort of thing, and then with church choir and just things like that. Then we got this together having fun since.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. If you got to have fun, right?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. Indeed, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Irish music, it's very peppy, and I mean, there's some slow ones, obviously, but man, the jigging and all that is like, it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, get your toes tapping quite a bit. Why don't we hear one of those songs?
Okay.
All right.
This isn't a toe tapper.
Okay. Whichever. All right. So now I meant, is this something that's been recorded already, or is this?
Yes.
Something? Okay.
This is actually, Doug and I wrote this. I had most of this song, and then I got stuck. And I gave it to Doug, and he finished it. And he gave me the one bit of hope that's in this song, because I kind of dark. And then I recorded it for my solo CD.
Okay.
So, and it's called Sweet Maria. Ready? Sweet Maria don't know where she's going to. She don't know where she's been. She hangs around that place on North and 32. No surprise she's there again. She knows just what she wants. It isn't what she needs. Maria cries at night, makes her feel alright. She pulls the blankets tight and lets it slip away. Used to be so easy, used to be so free. When did living get so hard to do anyway? Sweet Maria doesn't need him anyway. That's a lie she tells each day. He went away one night without a word to say. No surprise he wouldn't stay, 'cause he knows just what she wants. It isn't what she needs. Maria cries at night, it makes her feel alright. She pulls the blankets tight and lets it slip away. Used to be so easy, used to be so free. When did living get so hard to do anyway? Sweet Maria wakes to the light of a new day. Darkness left within her dreams. Each day opens up to try a different way. It's not as easy as it seems. She knows just what she wants. It isn't what she needs. She knows just what she wants. It isn't what she needs.
Nice. Madigan's Attic, that's here on Behind the Mic. And you said that was from your solo
Yes.
album. So, do each of you do solo stuff as well, separately?
I don't.
Done a few, not too much.
Okay.
Just once in a while it comes up. It's nice. A lot of like open mic opportunities and things like that,
Yeah.
where you can play more of this style of music, because most of the things we do are songs people want to recognize, and bars and things of that
Yes.
nature. So those are the times when you can actually get a little more introspective and artsy and whatnot.
Now you mentioned that you had this and you took it to Doug, to get some help you finish it, I guess. And so, what's this when you guys write as a group, as Madigan's Attic? Is there each of you has something and you bring it to the group and then finish it up? Is that the norm, or how do you normally do that?
Well, when you called and we were talking about original music, it was funny because we focus so much on contemporary covers and Irish songs and things that already have been written. We wanted to have a new one ready for today, and it's not quite there yet. But long story short, it's really pushed myself, at least, to get all those ideas down record them on my phone as we go, and we're starting to bring them together and see what we can do to make them into full songs. Because a lot of hooks, phrasing available, but nothing that I have totally written yet personally. But it's really kind of refreshed that energy, if you will.
Yeah, that's the only song we've written together that, I've got songs, Doug's got songs that we wrote on our own, and then we'll play them. We will drop in 2, 3, 4 originals anytime we play, just because we like playing them, and we tend to focus on the ones that we think will go over well for the room. In fact, we don't usually do Sweet Maria because it's kind of a dark song. It's just not. It's not. Hey, it's not that kind of song. But we'll do 2 Days Sunday, which is a song that Doug wrote because it's kind of a cool, peppy kind of song. And Summer Morn, which is the last song we do, is a song that I wrote. And we've been doing that really since I wrote it, I think.
Okay.
So.
Well, I guess I should take credit for lighting the fire under you.
That's right. It's about time. Goodness gracious. What have we been waiting on?
Well, they always say, like, you want to get something done in your home or whatever, then throw a party.
That's
and,
right.
It gets done. Well, this is kind of on that same line. So, well, that's cool. Then, you're redoing and starting up again. And, I mean, you get to a lot of times a band will get to a point, it's like, they have regular gigs and you're just doing the same thing and over, and it's like, sometimes you just feel like you need to break out before, it's the same old, Do you have that feeling at this point?
Well, it just got us thinking, me personally at least, that it's just time to get some of them finished from start to finish, because there are many, many ideas out there. When we were helping along on Sweet Maria, we were at Wheatland Music Festival, just killing some time in the middle of the afternoon and playing our guitars, and he threw it out there, and it just kind of happened naturally. Coming to practice with ideas is a little more. It's a little intimidating. You throw them out there and see, what people think about them, what these guys think about them, and you can tell pretty quick if it's gonna be something that fits the three of us. Yeah, well, and that's nice, Doug. Keep trying.
I think we're pretty honest with each other, but I also think that we're cool about it too. And I've been lucky that every band that I've ever written music in, it's been pretty collaborative and supportive. And people don't throw your ideas under a bus. And even if it's not, that sounds like a good song, but it either needs more work or maybe it's not right for this band. However that might go.
Right.
And these guys, when I've had an idea, have been really cool about it. And then we also will learn new music constantly. We practice every week, which a lot of bands don't do, apparently. And but it's as much to get together and laugh. But then the other part of it is, hey, let's do some new songs so we're not doing the same covers we did 10 years ago.
Right.
Which kind of keeps it interesting.
Well, and especially if you have people, your groupies that would follow you, and especially if you play someplace regularly, you need new stuff or different things.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that in kind of every aspect of our show, that, it's like, we've told this joke 3 times. And I know Bob's wife has heard it a few times. So I think it's time to, let's take this song in a different way, or let's tell the story in a different way.
Yeah, it's different when you're, touring, let's just say, across the country. There's a whole new group of people.
Cleveland.
Yeah, for sure. I'm curious how the name Madigan's Attic came about. Does that have any significance?
It was the best one of the group.
It tested well.
Yeah, it tested well.
It tested well. That is really it.
We had the gig, and we had to come up with a name.
Oh, really?
We were leaning a little Irish in theme of the names, but that's not really why it ended up there necessarily, because we had all different kinds of ideas, and we would just, suddenly Bob would send an email with about 10 different names, and Bruce would do the same, and I'd throw some out, and it seemed to have a good ring without necessarily pigeonholing us as far as what type of music it might be down the road.
That's true.
I liked Potato O Quail.
We all have our favorites.
Yeah.
What are some of the other ones I got next?
Oh, geez, that's
I
a
don't
long
even
time ago
remember.
now.
Yeah.
We just threw up. It was like random words together. It was just kind of actually a fun thing to do. I'd have to go back. I'm sure I still have the email. I have emails from the 90s.
Oh, my goodness. That would make a fun song.
Yes, I have emails from the 90s. If only we were recording this, and I would keep that idea.
Well, even the titles you had of the potential name of your
Yeah.
band, that would make a fun song, a funny song as well.
I like where your head's at.
I'm just,
You're banking for writing credit?
it's up to you. No big deal. No, but because it'd be, I mean, especially if you're going for some humor, I think
yeah.
it would be really funny, a nice,
Yeah.
of course, the final stanza is the Madigan's attic.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's up to
A
you.
lot of times our wives and friends in the audience will get the question, which one's Madigan?
Yeah.
That's always, I said, well, it's,
No. We met Madigan at a gig once.
We
and
did.
He gave me his yacht club card. Still have
Didn't
it.
have a business card, so he gave us a yacht club card.
I think he forgot he gave it to me. He'd been overserved.
Eh. Was his tongue very green at this point?
It was, yeah.
Well, that's cool. I was curious. I always like, especially it's something. It's like, does the attic have to do with
No.
grandma's attic, or things put in the attic and you forget about? I mean, there's always things that you can come up with
Yeah.
the name. So I was just kind of curious, but
Doesn't
it was
mean
just
anything.
Throwing darts is basically what you were doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I've heard people will like open a book, a yellow pages, or there's.
Yeah.
They don't even make those anymore, I don't think.
No, you know.
they're about that thick now.
Yeah.
Are they okay? I just kind of thumb through and and then
Yeah.
point it at a name or something.
I know REM did that.
Yeah.
That's how they picked it.
You just never know,
You never know.
but it works for you. So,
yeah.
and you guys have only been together. You said 8 years. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So, do you have a regular gig? I mentioned that earlier, but do you do a regular thing
day
every
job?
week? Pardon me?
Like a day job or
No, like a regular. Some places will have the same artists come every week or once a month or something like that. Do you have anything like that going? I mean, you said you
no.
practice every week, so I'm thinking.
Yeah, we've had
maybe you
we've had some spots over the years. Unfortunately, one place recently closed. That was a regular spot in Berkeley, but
Okay.
we've been getting more regular gigs now at the Gaelic League, which has been fun.
Okay,
and
good.
we like the fun down in Corktown, so that we're trying to keep that one going a little bit and just keep throwing it out there. You just never know who hears about you or why they suddenly are contacting you, and then
You never know.
you just never know, and you just get these guys on the same page, make sure our schedules are aligned, that we can book them, because some people want to book obviously quite a distance out, so
Yes.
it's kind of tricky to
Yes.
keep the day job and keep the families and the vacations and everything in order and commit to these. It's because we take it seriously when we do commit, that we want to be there for it. So.
What do you guys do during the day? What's your normal job?
I'm a proposal director for Plant Moran.
Okay.
And I'm a print production supervisor at Donor Advertising.
I work in the IT department at GTB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know those initials. Anyway, well, good. Most
Another ad
mus-
agency.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thought it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
All right. How about we hit another song?
Sure.
And what do you got for this one?
This one is one I wrote a while back, when kind of harkens to being a younger parent, bringing up family, and then kind of referencing a little bit about what a friend of mine was going through at the same time. It's called 2 Days Sunday.
He came alive about 2 days Sunday. Finally, he had seen the light. Feeling alive about 3 times focused, doing what he knew was right. Trying times, sure he'd been trying, couldn't get a lick ahead. Remembered some words from way back when, helped him feel better fed. Always look them in the eye, say just what you mean. The hardest thing to face up to was looking back at me. Daddy never read the Bible, did his best to keep us all in line. Mama went to church each Sunday, dragging all us boys behind. Our Sunday bests weren't always new, she kept us clean just the same. Hair slicked back, sit up straight, listen what the preacher's saying. It wasn't the sermon that he gave, seemed to stick with me. It was more the way she worked and loved that taught me about dignity. 10 years now, she's been gone. Seems like it was yesterday. Showed to her the wedding ring I was giving to my girl today. The happiness deep in her eyes let me know that I was doing right. If only she'd seen that wedding day, I'd tell you it was out of sight. Hard to believe in so few years it's been passed on to me. Both my children growing up, and look here to Daddy. It took him half his life to figure out, but then he tried. Wasn't in the bottle, was bottled up inside. I'll raise my family best I can, using lessons I've learned before. Every day I wake up, they're to teach me even more. The way they touch my daily life's nothing short of an epiphany. My habits of old die real hard. My family, they are helping me. They look me in the eye, they say, Daddy, how'd you get so strong? I'm not as big as you may think, but you help me to get along. Well, he came alive about 2 days Sunday, 2 days Sunday.
Nice. Madigan's Attic with us here today and behind the mic. Nice harmonies, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Do you guys take? Did you ever officially take lessons or anything, or did you start playing on your own?
I took a semester of voice lessons in college.
Okay.
Did you?
Didn't know that, did you, Bruce?
No, I didn't.
See the things we learn here.
Yeah, I was in performance choirs in high school.
Yeah, it's a good way to learn. Good place.
Yeah.
Start
But
out.
definitely harmonies are one of our
Yeah.
strong points as far as what we bring to the covers we do and things of that nature.
Yeah, it was nice. Very nice. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't do any covers here because we're going live on Facebook. Yeah.
No.
But you can check them out when they're out and about. So, while I'm thinking about that, good place for people to see where your gigs are and follow you. You have an actual website.
Yeah, madigansattic.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, and our brand new, fresh website. Thank you, Bruce. It's funny how long it took.
Yeah.
Finally joined the 90s here.
Careening
We got a
headlong into the
website.
1990s.
Well, we were getting gigs without him, but it just felt like it was time to make that official, I think.
Well, you know, the days of sending out the folders and the promo kits
yeah.
and the CDs and all that, it's just people. It's a lot easier now, but
Yes.
you just have to have some place. And I think, you know, now that we have the website and the gig schedules there and some sound from some recordings we've done, you know, we're always trying to get something, capture a few live. A lot of the stuff we have up there right now is kind of staged in Bob's living room.
Oh yes, you do a lot of those on there.
Yeah.
That's your practice time in Bob's living room, and then you actually record it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few I think I saw of you guys playing in there.
Yeah, there's probably 6 or 8 of them, and we just knew we didn't have some of the places we played just aren't really great for video, and well, let's control it. Let's go into a controlled environment. We'll just do one take through, and it's going to be what it is. And it was fun to do. It's always fun to play with these guys. So.
Plus, you get, as you get a little more well versed as a trio, and some of the earlier stuff maybe doesn't represent us as well as some of the newer. So we'll keep at it.
Yeah, we recorded
some
at
more.
Temperamill, and I listen to those now, and it's like, we were not that good.
How long ago was that?
About 8 years ago.
Yeah,
It was
that's right
at the
when we
beginning.
started.
Okay.
So we need to have something out there for people to have, maybe a demo CD. We made
Yes.
a demo CD, and it's actually not bad, but we're much better than we were then.
Well, that's good. You've progressed.
grown. Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
good thing.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have a website,
Yeah.
I know myself. Booking bands on here. If you don't have a website, if I have to go digging to find you, that tells me you're not serious about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to have that. It sends another message.
We are now on board with you.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. It's annoying actually when it's like, how am I supposed to find out about what you do and hear you and stuff? So maybe down the line you won't need it or whatever, but right now you need it, and especially if you want to do more and you want to make a statement that we're a trio, we are serious. Got to have your website. So anyway, okay, I'll get off the soapbox. No, thank you. So it is brand new. The news. Okay. You do that on the side too. You can handle that because that's a big project to do a website.
Yeah, I've been doing web design for a long time.
Okay.
But now it's a WordPress site. It's pretty easy. All you really have to have is the content and know kind of what you have on there.
Yes.
So it's pretty easy peasy.
Yeah. Easy peasy. Let's see how easy peasy.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. I think I left my keys in my car.
Random questions and just throw out your answers. Each one of you. All right.
Let Bob
I heard a big old sigh over there. Mexican town, Greek town, or Cork town?
Corktown.
Corktown.
I really like the Mexican food, but I got to go Corktown.
Mexican town's like
Mexican
very
town
close
for
second.
dinner and then right to Corktown.
Hey, if time and money didn't matter, what would you be doing?
Haberdasher, really? No. Full-time dreamer.
Wow.
Traveling. I would be traveling and probably trying to find a group that could use help getting the Great Lakes cleaned up. That's probably what I'd like to spend
nice.
more
You are
time
ambitious.
doing as opposed to, not that creating ads isn't great, trust me. I like the mortgage payment and everything, but
Yeah.
I'd like to, because there's so much of it, obviously, in our home state here, and it seems like it could use all the help it could get, so.
We love our lakes. We're very fortunate to have those, live in a state with those things. Yeah, that's really cool. So are you a big lake person and water person?
I can't beat being on Lake Michigan,
Yeah.
Yep.
Just watching the sun go down. It's one of my favorite places in the world. That's
Yes.
for sure.
Yes. When you can go on the east side and watch the sun rise over Lake Huron, go drive across state, and then watch it sunset on Lake Michigan.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, in Michigan, I think it's 6 miles. Anywhere in the state, and I don't know if that means the UP as well, but anywhere in the state, you're no more than 6 miles away from a lake.
Yeah.
Which I don't get why Minnesota thinks they're the state with the most lakes.
yeah.
I don't get that one, but okay. All right. Anyone else?
Bob, you didn't answer.
You did not answer.
I did not.
I didn't either. But
I would probably. I like the traveling. That would be great. I love camping. And so just getting out and not having to worry about anything and just escape for a little while. I'd like to go out and see like the national parks and explore that whole thing. That'd be a lot of fun. And being able to do it at my own pace, at my own time,
Yes.
not have to worry about anything.
So are you an actual camper or glamper?
Started camping, now I'm glamping.
It's been to the dark side.
Still won't let us use it as the tour bus.
Oh,
though. I don't understand what's going on.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we're trying to find a way to get some gigs up in Traverse so that we can take the trailer up
There
there.
you go. Do you have the fireplace and everything in
Yeah,
yours?
that's right.
Oh my
Oh, my
goodness.
God.
Oh my gosh.
I've not been in it.
And how about you?
I don't know that I would change much. I love my job. I would probably just do it a little less and travel a little more.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know that I'd change all that much.
Well, yeah, travel always seems to be, it's probably because we don't get enough of it.
Yeah.
We want to.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's see here. I'm really good at blank. I'm really bad at blank.
Wow.
Well, I aspire to be good at barbecuing and smoking meat, but not always.
No, you're good.
I think I'm pretty good at like I think the rapport that we have, just friendships and that kind of thing. I think has been something that we're pretty good at. I think collectively we're all. It's been a lot of fun. With the three of us, because we all just seem to always be on the same page with stuff, even on
nice.
things that we don't necessarily agree on. We always seem to be the same on the same page. Then, what I'm not good at is probably picking up. A lot of clutter.
I'm really good at over obsessing about detail.
That could be a bad thing, though.
I'm not really good at letting go of the obsessing about detail sometimes. But it's a blessing and a curse. Comes with the job for the most part. But,
Yes. Yeah.
Trying to separate that and let go. If I could let go a little more, it would do me well.
Sometimes I have to catch myself. Done is better than perfect.
Exactly.
Done is better than perfect, Pam. Move on.
That's right.
Yes.
I do a lot of public speaking, and I think I do that really well. There are so many things that I don't do well. It is such a long, long list. I think keeping track of everything I have to do is hard for me. I'm just not very good at. It's a miracle I get places, honestly, because I'm just not. For somebody who looks, I think, organized to others, sometimes I am not.
Bruce, I sent you that already. Bruce, I sent you that. Okay.
Well, he still has emails from 1990, so come on.
I do.
That's funny. Hey, if you could have any one person in your band, they could be dead or alive at this point, who would that be or collaborate with?
Yeesh.
Colin Hay.
Oh,
Who?
He'd be Colin Hay.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be great to sing with.
Oh yeah.
yeah. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, and he'd fit in.
Okay.
Wow.
He was going to say me,
Bob
but I'm
Buford.
already here.
I would go with George Harrison.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Good one.
Who did you say?
I didn't. I deferred to Bob there. I'm trying to pick here. I like Steve Earle a lot.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
think that would be
work.
fun.
Yeah. All three would
Somebody
be good.
relatively new would be just incredible to be with would be Billy Strings too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Billy
well,
Strings is amazing.
it would be,
Yeah, we just put the
trying to
guitar. I
imagine-
wouldn't even bring the
Set
guitar.
everything down and just watch.
We'd be mostly standing. Wow.
Yeah, you can do that.
Lafayette or American?
Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Seems to be the winner.
They're both good.
Yes, they are. Do others perceive you differently than you are? And how so?
I don't know.
Boy, that's a good question.
I would think, if I can speak for myself as far as work goes and such, there are, a constant stream of young folks coming into the business, and I think that, that would be a good thing. I think 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 that I can be perceived, I suppose, as a little too stern or serious sometimes when I'm in the situations. But when we start working together, they realize I'm pretty much a goof and, easy enough to approach. Just maybe not Mr. Sunshine and, hey, how you doing all the time. But so that sometimes can be perceived a little different, I suppose.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm not as decisive as people think I am. That I'm often placed in the role of making a decision, and I usually make decisions pretty quickly. So it looks like there's like nothing going on. I just make a decision. That's not true. There's a lot of chaos that's going on. It just happens quickly.
I don't know.
If you don't have an answer, that's okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Don't want to, make you sweat over there. Like, I got to come up with something.
He's going to go back to his car.
Who has inspired you the most?
Musically or just?
Either, anything.
Wow. Well, my mom, in an early age, Maureen, my wife, daily support, just nonstop and everything I need. So that's
Nice.
a big inspiration every morning. So.
Oh, that's sweet.
Somebody play this back for Maureen, okay?
Yeah, I've had, some really big mentors in my life, starting with like my first grade teacher and my, some bosses that I've had. But my wife inspires me every day. She's just the kind of person I'd like to be.
Oh, that's sweet.
I think I know what Bob better say now.
I would say, I think all of us are really close to our families. And, my brothers are inspirations. I've got a really good friend down in Dallas. He inspires me. We get these people that come into our lives and touch us in different ways, not necessarily the same way, but collectively, they make a huge impact on what we do.
Very sweet. He didn't say his way.
Barb knows that.
I'm just sorry. The first record you ever bought and the first concert you ever attended?
Oh, boy. John Denver's Greatest Hits and Ian Hunter at Cobo with Shooting Star.
Oh.
Wow. I was going to say John Denver's Greatest Hits, but I think it was actually, I got the 12 cassettes for a penny, Columbia House,
Columbia House, yes.
And I think the one that sticks out most from there is America's Greatest Hits. That was probably my first play it over and over and over and over again. And,
that's what Bob and I think.
America's this year, I think, is their 50th anniversary.
That's right. And
wow.
I went to a matinee show at Pine Knob with Chicago back when you had the little aisleway between the hill there, back when they had the logos on the brick of the side there before they filled it all in and all. Back when it was Pine Knob, so that was
They had matinees at Pine Knob.
That was one where we went with I was in 8th grade. And I went with my buddy from grade school and his parents, and we knocked back a 6-pack of Squirt, I think.
Nice.
That was the original lineup too, so that was a
very
cool
cool.
show.
Yeah, I didn't know Pine Knob. Yeah, Pine Knob. Most of us know it as Pine Knob and refuse to call it anything else sometimes. I didn't know they did that though. I don't remember matinees. Interesting.
Oh well, it was just. I think that was just their show. They just happened to be doing 2 shows that day.
Oh, okay. So. Oh, interesting. Hey, if you have a half or full day to kill in Metro Detroit, what would you do? That's funny.
DeQuinder
From
Cut,
my
probably.
point of view, you turn, then Doug turned. Like they're all staring at us.
Eastern Market, DeQuinder Cut, just downtown. Just
Yeah.
anything downtown would be, then the river walk up.
It's fun. It's really cool that they've done all these cool things in the.
And every time
this
somebody
area.
comes into town, that's what we do with them. We take them down and walk them along the river, and
Yeah, that DeQuinder Cut is really cool.
it's really nice.
Yeah.
I'd play golf. I admit it.
Okay.
Just go grab the clubs and call up a buddy and go play 9 holes or something like that.
I'd probably the DIA. My wife and I will go there, like take a half day off once every month or two, and just go to the DIA because it's just amazing.
Yeah, you can spend hours in there.
Yeah.
They have the big Van Gogh coming.
That's right.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, me too. How about the biggest obstacle in the music industry today is? That might be a tough one.
They
to
haven't
answer.
recognized us yet.
Yeah. it's there's just not as much money in it as there was years ago.
Okay.
Then, people are doing other things. When I was 18, 20 years old, I was going to see, Toby Red, Bittersweet Alley, and all those bands. They were our bands. And we'd follow them everywhere and go to the same places. And we had this big crowd of people that went around with us. And those crowds are smaller now. You don't have that many live venues because that's a pretty big place. And it was packed. It was packed every time. And now it's just not as much. It's just not like that as much. So there's just not too much money in the live music end of it, certainly for original bands. You can make money, corporate stuff. Some of the stuff we do sometimes, we'll do corporate gigs. And on St. Patrick's Day and some of the events around that get paid really well. But if you're writing music, it's tougher.
tough.
It's
Yeah.
really tougher.
Yeah, with all the digital ways to hear it.
Yeah.
And people have so many options. It's
Yeah.
like, how do they pick? And how do they find you?
Right.
That's
There's just a ton of people. It's great if you're a consumer, right? Because it's really easy
yeah.
to find bands that are 100 of them in this genre, and now, but you can get lost in that mess. Whereas back in the day, there were only a handful of big local bands that were playing, and then nationally, you either had a record contract or you didn't. If you
Right.
had a record contract, you'd get on the radio.
yes.
And then you
Yes.
had a shot. But that model's gone.
Yeah, I think
Long
that's
gone.
it almost is overwhelming and confusing at times, the number of options for listening.
Yeah.
But then when you're trying to maybe get in somebody's world as far as, hey, we're here, and if you're interested, they're probably burnt out from getting a lot of the same communication over and over again.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
a little
tough.
trickier.
Well, and the bands or artists that are able to overcome that, kudos to them. And
Absolutely.
yeah. All right, I'm going to just pick one more here, and we answered some of these already. Oh boy, never mind. All right, let's end with this one. What do you think of when you hear the word success?
Are you looking for one word?
No,
Okay.
no.
I define success for my son because he asked me this a couple times that, if you're happy, if you're doing something that you like, and if you treat other people well, you're successful. That's all I want. And if you can do those three things, big thumbs up. I don't care if he makes $1 zillion. It's just do something you love and treat other people well. To me, that's success.
How old is your son?
20. He'll be 27 next month.
Okay.
I think 2 feet on the floor every morning. That's the first success right there. And then just know that you got a few solid people in your life that care about you and you feel the same way about them. And just live truthfully because
Yeah.
it's easier to remember. Kind
Amen.
of move along that way. That's about all the knowledge I can bestow.
Yeah.
I think success is, all those things. It's being able to contribute, be a producer, not a consumer, and just treat people decently. That if we could just all start there, then a lot of this other noise just goes away.
Yes.
And all we have to do is be decent.
Absolutely. You guys all have great heads on your shoulders. Let me say that right off the bat. All
Real
right.
kumbaya moment there.
How about another song, guys?
Okay.
And don't sing Kumbaya.
No, we're
No,
not.
it's pretty safe.
Yeah, that is not going to happen. So this is a song called Summer Morn. It's actually the first song on my solo CD, but we've been playing this longer than that. I mean, I don't know, the song's probably 10 years old. But
Hearkening to the warmer times ahead.
That's right.
yes.
Summer morn, wide awake, and I'm feeling cool breezes got me reeling. Oh, summer morn, Summer morn, my day flies right out the window. Come on, see which way the wind blows. Oh, summer morn. Morning gives way to a steamy summer day. Memories fade to gray. Summer morn always slips away too soon. Summer morn takes me back when I was younger. The nights were short, the days were longer. Oh, summer morn. Summer morn, West Virginia scrolls through my mind. Come on back, we'll have a fine time. Oh, summer morn. Morning gives way to a steamy summer day. Memories fade to gray. Summer morn always slips away too soon. Oh, summer morn. Morning gives way to a steamy summer day. Memories fade to gray. Summer morn always slips away too soon. Oh, summer morn. Whoa, summer morn.
Nice. Madigan's Attic here on Behind the Mic. Nice song. You said that bang. You wrote that for you're on your solo.
Yeah.
Do you have a solo CD as you're saying?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
It's called North and 32.
And so just go out and
That's just me. I've recorded with other bands. I used to be in a band called Six and the Sevens, and I was in Rob Moore Band. We recorded music with them, but I'd never really done anything that was all my own, and it was just an opportunity to do that. I got hooked up with a producer, and that's what we did.
Okay.
But
Got it. May as well put it out there, right?
yeah, and this song is so us, isn't it? I mean, that was one when this band started and we started talking about doing some of our own songs. Like, well, this fits us really well,
Yeah.
so we should be doing this. And same with 2 Day Sunday was the same way. That it was, we need to do this song. So
Yeah.
And he's nice enough to let me add some harmonica, which you know,
which makes the song to me. I think that's such a nice touch on that song.
Yeah, it did add. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Little harmonica never hurt any song.
never heard anybody.
Never.
Trying to learn the harmonica, believe it or not. I was like, this is not working. But
Well, start with Bob Dylan, and once you can play like Bob Dylan, then move on to Neil Young.
okay.
If you ever get to Blues Traveler stage, then good for you. 'Cause that is.
So you were at the Blues Traveler stage?
I wish.
Okay.
No, but he's really good. I played like a little bit of harmonica, and I can't do like anything that you do. So
It's come a long way, but there's
you were really
still a
good.
way to go.
Someone told me years ago, if you can learn the harmonica, you'll be a good kisser.
I don't think that's true. Do you, Bob?
No, I don't think so.
Not such a good kisser. The beard. Man, I'm telling you.
Well, if I ever get to that point, I'll let you guys know if it works or not. Anyway, so you've got the new website up,
Yeah.
Madigan's
Madigan'sAttic.com.
.com. All right, and of course, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so you're already booked, I would imagine.
We are.
Indeed.
Where are you going to be at?
St. Patrick's Day, we'll be at Dick O'Dow's in Birmingham,
Okay.
starting in the early afternoon until they had enough of us.
That's right. To the wee hours.
The parade days of Family Fun Zone, right?
Yep, we're going to be at the parade, Family Fun Zone. It's a private event where they have some stands and family-friendly events and food and
Okay.
such beforehand. And Mister's going to be over at the Gaelic League here that same day, and we're a couple of private events on the Thursday and Friday before, so it's
My goodness.
shaping up nicely.
Yes.
We're excited, but there's a little bit concern of the vocal cord.
We'll be changing some keys.
Yeah, we'll drop
yeah,
in a
we're
few
lowering
octaves
some things
by
and-
Tuesday.
Yeah. Throat coat,
Yeah.
lozenges, lots
Sure.
and lots of water. So.
Green beer.
Green beer, yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure, you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. The music sounds great. And if you want to follow them and find out more about them, of course, go to their website, madigansattic.com. And thanks to all of you out there tuning in and watching. Do appreciate that every single week as I do this with another special guest. So we'll do it again next time. Until then, I'm Pam Rossi. Have a great week.